Am I the antagonist for getting upset over my friends telling me they were uncomfortable about me shoving LGBT topics to our conversations? I'm 19 male, genuinely very confused about this. My best friend, 19 female, told me a few nights ago about how her and a bunch of my other friends are irked whenever I talk about anything LGBT related. For context, I'm gay, with a not that accepting family who told me to keep me being gay a secret to other family members. Most of my friends are straight and only a handful of them are gay. Anyways, she was comparing me to those people who base their personalities on their sexuality. A concept I still do not get, but would be happy to understand. Ah, my friend, that is identity politics, and we will be exploring that on this channel. How I, in regards to like socioeconomic factors and misconceptions to do with politics, how I put off any conversations about anything that isn't gay. How I'm only interested in things with gay people in it. In reality though, even though it's kind of a crappy mindset to these things, but I appreciate media more if there were LGBT people. I know it's kind of cliche and crap about a gay guy just being happy when any form of representation is on a show or movie or whatever, but it really makes me happy to see any representation. Maybe I am annoying when it comes to this stuff, but what I don't understand is how my best friend and some of my other friends are now saying I'm overreacting about how upset I am that they just told me they were uncomfortable about me shoving gay topics. Since when I've stopped talking to them, since I can't stop getting angry whenever... Since then, I've stopped talking to them, since I can't stop getting angry whenever I'm remotely reminded of them. So am I the antagonist? So actually, first of all, I'm going to say no. No. Unless you're choosing to be offended inherently about things. And for the record, like, I'm straight, by the way. And but I do believe I'm allowed to talk about these situations. I'm not in the same camp, full disclosure. And I'm sorry, people I might offend, where we become very separationist with these topics and say, okay, look, only black people can talk about race. Only gay people can talk about, you know, LGBTQIA issues. I think that's ridiculous and divisive, and I don't think anyone above the age of 25 and has actually studied within the sociological era or looked at factors regarding like psychology and how to start movements and how to keep a consistent movement actually would agree with that. There's no problem with actually discussing these topics, and you wanting representation is not a bad thing whatsoever, and as long as it is representative and not exaggerated, right? So it's not a thing of like there has to be gay people in every single TV show, 50% gay, 20% black, because it's not representative of society. As long as it's representative society and they're not missing out, and there isn't like only 1 in 100 shows there is a gay person, then that's ridiculous, isn't it? If there's only 1 in 100 shows, because that's not representative. It's a lot more common than that. But for it to be forcefully there, it should be really be carefully put in there with good meaning and good intention, rather than just to tick a box, because that's the problem with this when it is shoved, and that's why people are upset about it sometimes. A lot of them are upset about it because they're bigoted, but you can be upset about it because if it's forced, then it's represented badly, and it's just it's kind of woke politics, identity politics, just because it works. Capitalism. All right, let's see what the Reddit people of the internet think. Okay, sorry. How much do you talk about this stuff? We need more info. That's the deciding factor for me. I can understand. Oh, that's what I was saying. I can understand where you're coming from, but even when I 100% agree with someone, it gets exhausting to be around them if social issues are all they talk about. I definitely think there's a balance. People need to be able to switch off and talk about less important things as well. Yeah, that's my problem, 100%. If you meet me in real life, I think I talk about it too much. OP replies, it's not even about social issues, it's just casual conversation. Like, we're talking about Netflix shows, The Circle, and I said I really loved those 2 LGBT people that made it into the finals. Fair enough. Or I was excited that one of the people in the boy band group was gay, and they said, when they confronted me, that why were you only excited when you realised the person was gay? Yeah, I kind of get that. Like, can't you just see it for what it is? For example, one of my favourite cartoon characters was Spider-Man, and race never came to mind, and I'm actually mixed race, so in America that means you're black. In America that means you're black. But yeah, like, and he's my favorite character. I look up to him, and he was always a role model for me when I was a child. And it's weird, there's a kind of a disconnect where some people, they need that representation. It's like, well, he needs to be the same color as me, he needs to be the same sexual identity as me, otherwise I can't relate, otherwise I don't have the good positive role model. I've never really understood that. So if someone understands that, in the comments below, please explain it. I'm actually currently researching this area actually for one of many video essays that will be coming your way. Not the antagonist. No arseholes here. I may draw down votes here, but if you bring gayness and LGBT topics into every conversation, that's likely to get old fast for just about anybody. If your friends are generally accepting people and still telling you you're bringing it into every conversation or talking about nothing else, you might need to think about it. If it's not possible to have a conversation with you without those topics, it's going to sound pretty preachy and kind of get annoying. Good point. No antagonists here. As a gay guy, I can understand your side. However, gays that base their personality on being gay are truly annoying. There you go, he's explained it. It's cool being gay and proud, but even I don't like to constantly talk about gay stuff. It's like someone being vegan constantly talks about being vegan. You can support them, but at the same time, it does get old when they only talk about one thing. It's like Candace Owens only talks about... She only talks about not using identity politics, but then uses identity politics all the time. And, I mean, factually incorrect a lot of the time. Let's move on. I think your friends are just trying to tell you the honest truth. People who always speak about the same thing over and over become boring. To give a different example, I've heard many times people complain about girlfriends who gave birth and cannot speak about anything but the fact that they have a baby. After a while, their friends start avoiding them. It is perfectly okay to speak about things that matter to you with your friends, but if you only speak about the same thing, they will get bored. And yeah, I think that should be it for today. Well, for now. I'll wrap that up. Sorry, this is just an on the fly quick video I'm just going to put up. I'm just going to start posting. No edits, whatever. I have a second channel where I just do entitled parent stories. Should be in my about page, or I might put it in the description. And that's like edited videos with less rants, but this is my rant channel, I think. Yeah, because of fair use, because of YouTube copyright. So on my main channel, I ask permission for everything. That way I don't need to do rants. On this channel, I'm going to just read whatever I want, fair use it. And also, yeah, talk about things that I care about. So yeah, stay tuned for that. I'll catch you later. Have a lovely day. Merry Christmas.